All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being on this call this evening, for your time. We are recording for anyone who can't make it live because we just wanted to share with you just the energy, the excitement from this last convention. And oh man, it was like the best convention ever. Okay, so I'm going to pass it off here to Sunshine, Marie Soleil, because it is way past your bedtime, as you read in the chat. I don't want to get too excited because it's really late. So I'm going to pass it over to you.
Hey everyone, I'm very happy to be with you tonight and share my experience. I'm Sunshine, Marie Soleil. I've been with Young Living for 6 years. I've watched the conventions 4 years online, and it was my first one in person. I was very excited to finally go to convention, and for me, tonight what I'm going to share is really the difference between online and in person. I was very good online. Super comfy, PJs in my living room with friends, by myself, whatever I wanted. That was great. We used to have parties sometimes too with the leaders. It was super fun. So for me, that was convention. I could dress however I wanted, be comfy or not, and that was great. But being there in person changed everything. Oh, I want to say before I go into change everything. When I was watching online, learn about the science of the products, and then in person, change everything. That's where I was going. We watched the general sessions, and that's it. That's all I've seen. I was expecting to going into little rooms and have all the information. No, there's too much to do. I cannot do that. I can watch these online, and that's great. I didn't want to miss anything, so all the things I could watch online, I kept it for this month. I'm gonna watch it in August, and that's fine. I wanted to have the whole experience and see everything else. So what we don't expect when we only watch online is there are so many little rooms filled with plenty of things that you can do, see, touch, sniff everything, take pictures with. So I really enjoyed the expo. So you can see all the new products, you can try them, you can take pictures, you can go see with them. It's great. Like Club Red, you can have Ningxia, you can drink all the Ningxia shot that you want. It was great because the leadership team was in charge of that, so we could see Alexa and Alex and Ellie and all the people working with the leadership team. Also, the recognition room was pretty awesome to take the pictures, like en route or towards world, like this with your arms as a Y, and with the next goal that you want and everything. That was pretty awesome too. And obviously everything smells good there. If you watch from your house, it's maybe not as good that it was over there. You can take pictures. So we've seen like Gary's old tractor. We have the YL30, like so many pictures that you can do. So it's good for your business on that side. A lot of little shops were there too, so we could shop other things than just Young Living. Was all the books, the bottles, the roll-on, everything. From my living room, I could not access that as easily. So I was very happy for that. And obviously, all the parties that we had, every night was a party. So we had the 90s party. We had the formal party with the gala, with all the pretty dresses. I would not have done that from home for sure. We had the farm day. That was amazing. I don't want to go too far with the farm day. That was my favorite day, but I know other people want to talk about it too. But like having a concert and fireworks, like that's awesome. For me, I went to convention because it was the first time I could actually go, and I was very excited. But in my own business and my own need with Young Living, I needed to feel the heart and the roots of the business of Young Living. And that's what I got. And like first day, and I was like, okay, I got it. I understand now. I understand what it is. Like, got it. It was very clear. And they love their people. They love on us a lot. And that felt very great. A priority in my life. And I want to go every year because it was awesome. Here we go. That was my little share for tonight. Thank you for putting me first. I'm going to go to bed and listen to you.
Oh my gosh, yes to all of that. I feel like you don't feel the same heart connection online. Like you just, when you see these people and you meet them in person and you feel their energy and just how genuine they are, like that is something that only comes from face to face, I think. Yeah, my FOMO has never been so bad. I know, Ange. Aw. Okay, up next we have Tamara. Yeah, we're sorry, but you're coming next year. Up next we have Tamara, and she's going to share how many conventions she's been to, what she thought about this one. I'm excited to hear your favorite takeaways.
So this was my third convention. I've been with Young Living for 6.5 years. And so my first convention was 2019. And anybody who was at that one, that was, I mean, it was huge, right? It was like 30,000 people in attendance, not virtually, but actually there with Imagine Dragons. It was just this huge, I mean, it was really mind-boggling actually for that to be a first experience. But for me, last year and this year, it being a little bit more intimate. So last year was an Americas only, and this year was an international grand convention, but still it was smaller because there was a virtual option, I think. And so we were a little bit more intimate. You when it's smaller like that, you get to see all the people that you met like 5 years ago. You're constantly bumping into and running into people, and you get to like hug all the people that you've met before that you might not have, even some of those people I hadn't seen in 5 years. So I loved actually I liked it a little bit smaller. So as much as I hope, like, everybody needs to go to convention, and I feel yeah with I can't imagine. I can't even imagine how bad the FOMO was. Sunshine, so for me, it she didn't want to, like, Sunshine didn't want to go do the little breakout workshops because there was just too much FOMO. And for me, I want to hear the workshop stuff. Like, for me, the education piece is an important piece of convention. So I kind of split that up. I'm like, okay, I weigh it out, right? Like, what do I really want to hear? Because like hearing that science firsthand and then being able to like skip down to the expo and like experience the product, there's something really cool about that. That again, it's that experience that you don't get if you're in your living room at home, right? Like, you get the excitement, you can see the crits and the people on stage and stuff. It is not the same as like everywhere you go, you're like, just there's everybody's different essential oils that they're using and loving, and just that energy when they announce a new product and everybody in the crowd goes wild. Because I've watched a couple sessions already since I've been home, and you can't hear the crowd really, because obviously everybody on stage is mic'd up and that's what you're getting on the video feed. But the energy of what is actually happening in the crowd is really, there's something so special about it. And so, yeah, I mean, somebody said that if you put away like $100 a month for the next 11 months, convention's easy. It's easy to get there. It's easy to, it's easy to get your ticket. I have heard that if you're a convention attendee, the $150 early bird tickets are actually been extended to this Sunday, instead of cutting them off last Sunday. So they've extended it to Sunday for attendees, but attendees can buy 4 people as a guest and get them that special pricing. I see Ange being like, I want that early bird pricing, because what I know is just the planets didn't align for Ange this year, but I know that it was beyond her control to miss, because once you've been, you don't want to miss after that. Like, you want to be at convention every year. So definitely, like Sunshine said, it's so great for prioritizing your business. I once heard a Royal Crown Diamond say that when you go to convention and you have that experience, you can expect it to, like, it's like 2 years worth of self-education in like one block, just like bam. So it can really thrust like how you use the products, what you do with your own life, as well as the business aspect of that experience. There's just so much good stuff about it. Another favorite thing of mine is the collaboration. I've heard a lot of stories about people working in other companies and there being a lot of competition. And just in this group, we have like a number of people who are not even on the same teams. Like our Royal Crown Diamond is like not even on the same, like we're so far removed in Young Living, and yet we can like stay together in the same house, do this experience together, meet each other's teams, and just like be Team Young Living, which Mary has talked about over and over again. This is a collaborative experience being in Young Living. And so working with people who are not on your team, that should just be normal, right? Like there's enough for everybody. And just because I don't make money off some other person doesn't mean that I don't want them to come, and I don't want them to stay with us, and I don't want them to have like the absolute best experience, because yeah, at the end of the day, it is all about collaboration, not competition, and there's enough for all of us. So, and I think convention really shines a spotlight on that collaborative effect, because you see people from like all different teams from all over the world globally hanging out, spending time, holding space for one another. And that's a pretty incredible thing. And I don't think that happens everywhere. I think that we kind of do that really, really well. So I think that, so that's my, you need to go, period. Like that's just, that's all all of that to say, you need to be there because it's that special. I think, is Amber up next? Sorry, Glow, I don't have the, yeah, Amber. So Amber, my sister from another mister.
Hello. My name's Amber, and I'm from California, for those of you that don't know me. And to touch off of what Tamara was saying about, cross collaboration, is I'm actually not even on the same team. And how great is that? So I've been with Young Living for 5 years, and I've been a brand partner for 3. And this was my 3rd convention. And the great part about this community and these conventions is the first year I went with my team. The second year, I didn't have my team to go with. And this community is so great that I reached out on the convention Facebook page and was like, it's meant to be, I'm going to make it to convention. And with me doing that, Gloria actually chimed in and was like, hey, we have a spot at our house for us. Don't cry. You're going to make me cry. Don't do it. I see both of you, and I'm trying to hold it in. But what's so great about this community is, there was space for me at that house. I didn't know a single person. I drove 10.5 hours from California to go to Utah, and randomly walked in a home and was welcomed with the biggest arms, biggest smiles, biggest hugs. And I was made a part of everything that they did that year at convention. They had team dinners, they had outings, and guess who went to all of them? This girl. Guess who tried to get out of them? This girl. Because I was like, this is your team. This is your guys' stuff. Like, not mine. But no, there was room for me at their table. There was room for me in their car. There was room for me for every single experience that we had last year at convention. So this year at convention, guess what happened? There was room in the house for me again. And I got to meet more incredible women, and I got to make friendships that are going to last me a lifetime. And the great part about this community is I now get to network, and I now get to brainstorm with people in other areas to find out, how do you do something? How are you successful to do this? What can I take from what you're doing and bring back to what I'm doing to make my business and make me stronger at what I'm doing? Who knows? It could be an oil that I didn't know what it was used for. It could be just a tip of how they communicate with a customer, a follow-up. It could just be the smallest little thing, but that can help me, and it can help others too, just by sharing it and having that community to be able to be with one another. So I know Ange didn't get to go to this year, but she was there. Her face was showing up in pictures, because that's how great this community is. Just because you can't make it, we will make sure that you are a part of, no matter what, just because we're just very big, loving, big family. So that is my take on it. And the farm is absolute must. If there's anything that you get to experience, you have to experience the farm. Young Living is set apart from any other company. And you'll see it as soon as you step out of your car or the bus in that parking lot. You feel it, you can see it, you get to touch it, you get to sense it. And just that bit alone, you won't go anywhere else. So thanks for my time. And I think Julia's up next.
Aww. This was my first convention with Young Living. I've been using Young Living for, I think, close to 11 years, right around 11 years, but brand partner for what, a few months. The account was in my husband's name before and la la. Anyways, so when I committed a few months ago to doing this, I knew convention, you got to go, right? Like, it's when you're serious about it and you want to learn more, and being serious, when I say that, it doesn't mean that you're, have these massive goals. Maybe you're just serious about the oils and about removing toxins from your home. And, like, it doesn't necessarily mean like a certain level of success. Like, that can mean so many different things for all of us. So I think it's just, yeah, when you make that commitment, it's great. And you go to convention, and it blew my mind. I mean, it exceeded my expectations. I've been to some other conferences in the past, and while they were good, this just had a different feel, a different vibe, a different energy, like everyone's talking about. And a couple of the aha moments for me, I really love when Mary Young talked about that it's not about chasing the dollar. Like, it's not about sales. It's about like helping other people to get these oils in their home, right? And it's, if you're chasing the dollar, then you're always going to be chasing the dollar. And that really resonated with me because I think when you do good, like, good's going to happen to you. Like, that's just, it's giver's gain, right? Like, you do good for others, you're going to get it back. And so that was a great point from her. And then also when Mary said, it doesn't matter like what oil or if you know about the oil, it's just get it in you. Like, just smell it and your body is going to know what to do with it. So she said, even like, if you have oils that are sitting on your shelf and you don't even know what they are, like, which is me, like, I have some that I've never even opened them. Like, I don't know, or they're open because they were, given to me. And I'm like, well, I wonder what this is for. Just open it, smell it. Your body's going to know. So that was another aha moment for me. But I think the biggest thing, just to touch back on, I think we've all touched on it, is the connections and the friendships, and just like, we were a house full of kind humans. And I mean, 9 women in one house, like, some of us were getting our periods and stuff. Like, you could easily be bitchy with each other, but everyone was so kind and loving. And yes, one bathroom we shared. We did it though. We did it because when you put your mind to it and you're kind to each other, you can figure it out. So that to me is like memories. You can never take that away. So yeah, so I'm already excited for next year. Like, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, and then the farm, like, that was just, I was looking so forward to the farm, and that was the highlight for me for sure. And just being there and touching it and feeling it, like others said, like, there's nothing like it. And so now I'm super excited to go in September to our Canadian farm in Fort Nelson, whatever it's called. I keep wanting to say Fort St. Nelson, but that's too many words. Anyways, so I'm thrilled, and I'm yeah, and hi Darlene, and I'm thrilled that you're coming. Oh my gosh, everyone meet Darlene. I've known Darlene for years. She's so lovely. She's gonna fit right into our but our house is crazy, just letting you know. There's a lot of laughing, a lot of silliness, but I think you'll be okay. You'll like it. Anyways, I'll stop talking now, but
Gosh, I can't stop smiling, you guys, because I'm just like, it was so funny. I was in the back seat on our like 17-hour car ride home, and I'm like putting together a reel, and I was like in the back seat, like tearing up and crying because I was just like, man, I just feel so blessed and so grateful. I don't know why I'm getting emotional for this community. And like, just these women inspire me, and just this company inspires me to like be a better human, and just like the people who have just held on to their values and morals and integrity, and just how proud I am to know such incredible human beings. Like it seriously is just the best experience, whether you're building a business or not. It is a one of a kind experience. And I mean, the cost of the ticket, like we had a freaking private concert where we were right up front, basically high-fiving like an award-winning singer who sings at the Grand Ole Opry. Like, where do you get opportunities like that? The fireworks, like the heart, the care, I mean, the opening, it's just also amazing. The education, like the stuff that we learn, I wish I would have recorded it all, because I mean, but then we get to rewatch. I love that they have that option now. But just the fact that, like, okay, your sense of smell, did you know that as you lose your sense of smell, you're actually losing brain matter? It's connected. So your sense of smell is connected to your brain matter. And did you know all of your organs smell? They all breathe. And as they start to die, it's because they are not breathing. So aromatherapy, you guys, it's actually mind blowing, the science behind smelling a freaking oil. Like, and not just for your brain, it fixes the boo-boos in your brain, but also if that was our hashtag of the week, because I'm like, oh, it fixes the boo-boos here and in your brain, because the guy, like, just the way that they explain everything. And then there was this presentation about, you know, Gary's formula for success, and this man that told everybody, I'm going to learn how to play the ukulele and I'm going to play it on stage. And he had no idea how to play the ukulele. And people were like, maybe you shouldn't do that, because he was really bad. And he's like, well, I've told people, I've committed to it. It's happening whether I prepare or not. So every day he walked around the office playing. Anyways, he got on stage and played in front of all of us. And we all sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow as he played this ukulele, and it literally exploded my heart open. And it made me realize what I've not been maybe doing and what I need to start doing. And I'm going to record that to share it in our group as well. But the products, I love the intentionality behind the launch and how everything just went together, and just the love that you feel. And also being there for the Diamond Gala. I don't know if anybody else caught the vision. Like, I could just see that, like, crossing that stage. And that's why you need to get there in person, because you do not get that online. You don't catch the vision. And maybe RCD isn't the vision for you. Maybe it's silver. Maybe it's helping somebody on your team get there and you're in the crowd cheering for them. Like, whatever the vision is, it's so beautiful. But for me, convention just like solidifies the vision, why you're doing what you're doing, how sharing these products isn't about you. It's about so much more. It's about changing this planet and bringing people back to like purity and truth. And like, oh my gosh, I feel like I could talk about it for hours and hours and hours. But the farm, going to the farm is just an experience that everybody, if you're in this business, you need to get to a farm. I mean, if you use these oils and you love them, get to a farm so you can see the integrity and the care and the process. And you can, you know, like, I love it. I believe it was Amber that said that her leader in Young Living challenged them all to phone 15 other oil companies and ask them, where are your farms? Where do you get your oils from? And nobody could tell her where their oils came from, how they got them. Nobody. And these are top companies, other companies. So I'm just saying, when we say that we have the very best of the best, it's not just a saying. And that's why you need to go, because you're going to learn that it's like what is being put behind every single product is like no one else is doing this kind of work. And I'm just so dang proud to be a part of this company. And what an experience. Julia got 3 signups on the way to the farm. And Artie has a new member coming to convention next year and coming to the farm. And so it's just that feeling that it gives you that just makes you excited. And you, with that excitement, like that's contagious and it gets people excited and it makes you message more people because our thoughts lead to our actions, lead to our feelings, lead to our results. And so the energy that you get from everybody there, it just goes forward. So anyways, I feel like I went over time, but there's just so much like I want to say. Oh, just a few tips because you are all joining us next year, even those watching this replay. Invest in some loops. If you don't know what that is, there are these little things that go in your ear that cut down all the extra noise. So if you're sensitive to noise, you're in a really big, like there were a lot of people there this year, probably double what there were last year. There's a lot. So just those loops are a really great investment. Bring earplugs for at night. Bring tissues. And know that you're probably not going to sleep that much for a week. I'm still catching up. Me and Tamara were both like, have you been like sleeping in? I'm like, I woke up at 10 today. Like I'm exhausted, but in the best way possible because you're up early and you don't want to go to bed at night because there's so many amazing conversations happening that you don't want the FOMO. So then you don't go to bed and then you're up early for another day of fun. And so just be prepared for that. Bring a lot of ninja. Yeah. And my best advice, how I do convention is I get the ticket and then I invest in an Airbnb. Like I just pay for things in chunks so that when the actual convention comes, you've paid all that stuff, right? Get that money aside for gas money. If you can hop in a car with people and drive, Tamara, I know, would say that she will drive every year because she loves having her own vehicle. There were a lot of flights delayed. So if it's possible to drive, I recommend it. Some people love their own space and they want to stay in a hotel. It's a pricier way to do it. Personally, I don't think I could ever give up being in the field, like just being with everybody, one bathroom or not. I'm like, I want the people. Like, I love that. And it definitely makes it way more affordable. So Airbnb, driving, paying for things in chunks. I love that tip, putting $100 away a month. Probably set aside like a few hundred for convention launch because you're going to want it. I just want to show you like what I grabbed really quickly. I have been waiting for a magnesium supplement from Young Living forever because so many magnesium supplements, like the way that they broke down the science is your stomach is so acidic that most supplements you take don't actually do anything. And so the way that they have it releasing and everything, this might be too much information. I started taking these yesterday and I'm already going to the bathroom way better. So magnesium, if you struggle with the bathroom, right, being regular, I'm just saying, magnesium. Deep sleep I took last night, I gave to my husband and we both crashed. And I did not wake up like in the night at all. I'm like, this is like my new favorite product, you guys. Like this combo right here is my, I don't know, I can't live without this. And it has no melatonin. Plan an Airbnb that's kid friendly. Yes, we're probably going to have multiple Airbnbs next year because we already have a lot of people that are messaging saying they want to come. So, or maybe we find like a 30-person Airbnb. Yeah, poop, Marie says. I got this daily cell support right here. I have not even opened it yet, you guys. I was so tired since I got home. I know, but I'm so excited to use it on my skin because it's so good for skin health and maybe ingesting it. For our American friends, you can ingest it because it's also healing for the inside. So yay, it fixes your inside boo-boos and your outside boo-boos. And okay, this I'm the most excited for because I know a lot of people that still have those plug-in air fresheners. Okay, so this is the best to market to those people and it works from an app. And then on the first, I'm going to get the one with the alarm clock because I love the idea of not having your cell phone in your room at night, being able to have an alarm clock that is not your phone, because we all know those blue screens in our faces first thing in the morning and before you go to bed, mess with our sleep, right? Not good. So I love how intentional everything is, right? Like they all work together. Yes, Ange.
Okay, question.
Yes.
With those diffusers, the Sunshine, what technology are they using to make it like not a blue light or blue screen for the sun and do we know?
No,
That's
but I
a
know.
great question. I'm
Tamara
not sure.
No, I don't know. I mean, they're not using like a television screen, right? It's more
Yeah.
like it's more like an incandescent bulb, how light goes, but you can have warm LED bulbs.
Yeah.
It's
not
kind of like our
Wi-Fi.
diffusers.
Yeah.
It's like the desert mist.
Okay. I
Yeah,
wanted,
right.
I know I was gonna ask Carla about that, so I'm gonna ask more questions.
Yeah, I think that blue light would be like television, cell phones, things that are connected to that kind of thing. This is not, this is just like a faint glow, like it would be a lamp in your bedroom for reading.
Yeah.
Not the
Okay,
same.
good.
thing as
I
a
was
blue
like, I want to make sure, although I'm 100%, like, I was like, Young Living knows not to do that.
Oh
but
yeah.
I need to
And I have it and I set it up. I still don't 100% know how to use it properly because that I feel like I need to watch a video, but I read the instructions. I got the clock set up and like I got the basics down. And the alarm went off this morning and I heard birds chirping and it was
Oh.
great. And
I-
our phones were in the kitchen charging. And so I'm so excited for that because that's all we do and it's a habit and it's not good. So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
my favorite. I'm
I
so
love
excited.
that you can, so you can set it up for your alarm. You can have like the sounds from our Young Living Farms play. Like it's all from our farms. Like how cool is that? And then in the morning you can set it up for like Citrus Fresh comes on at
Yeah.
7 a.m. and wakes you up. And you can have your nighttime blend for nighttime and puts you to sleep with like whatever tranquil sounds you want to play. Like
And it's waterless.
yes.
Like you just put the bottles, like there's 2 chambers and you put your nighttime blend bottle or whichever one you choose. And then yeah, it's great. I love that now I don't have to mess around with water.
Yes.
And then the calcification inside from our hard water, and because I know you're supposed to use distilled, Tamara told me that would really have saved a lot of cleaning of diffusers. But yeah, so Christmas, the girls are getting their own each in their rooms for Christmas, and then yeah, you can swap out the bottles. Like, okay, so you had this one for a week. Now, oh, I'm gonna change it up and put this one in. Like, I love.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I know too that you can, I know there were some people who were like, what if we don't want to use an app? Both of them you can use them fully manually too. So you can set everything up. You don't have to use an app because technically you're still using a Wi-Fi connection then. So some people don't want Wi-Fi in the bedroom at all. For those people, you can make it fully manual.
I've been using mine manual.
Yes.
Yeah, it does make it super easy to do it on the app because it like auto sets the time and all of those things for you. But it is an option. You can go fully manual with them as well.
And at the AEC, they did have one without the numbers and stuff up. So you can like have the clock or not have the clock for people who are like, I can't have that in my bedroom at night because it would annoy me.
It's just dark all the time, but you can touch a button and see the clock.
Yeah, and the alarm will still work to wake you up at the time that you're supposed to wake up. Because that's what I was worried about. I'm like, if I turn off the clock, is it still going to work? So today was a little bit of a tester, but it was exciting.
Good. Yay. And I know with this one too, if you have it attached to the app, you can be at work and you can hit your diffuser on and your house will smell good when you come home. So like on your way home, you can just be like, okay, put the diffuser on. Like, I just love that. So good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any more questions? Get your ticket. Let's go. We're getting 50 people next year minimum, and we need to get t-shirts made. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we gonna get like a Line and Rise t-shirts? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're gonna be
Maybe we can have some of our sayings on there.
Yes. Yes.
What's that, Jules?
You're getting one.
Maybe we could have some of our sayings. We could be like, this one fixes your boo-boos in your brain. This oil.
Your brain, hashtag.
All of a sudden we're being followed around by Young Living Conduct. Excuse me.
We should have we should have hashtag bad mama gemmas.
Yeah.
Say hashtag, but you're in America.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was my daughter, my youngest, Darlene, Maddie. I talked to Maddie on the phone and she was crying. She's like, I miss you. Why did you have to go? And I said, well, because mommy's having a good time. Like this is really great. Don't you want me to have fun? She says, but you're in America. We were in the car, just died laughing.
Oh yeah, we'll do like
was
Sunshine said,
cute.
frankly fantastic.
Yes, yes, I love
Frankly,
that.
fantastic.
I think
That's a good one.
for me, like I don't know about all of you, but don't you just feel the vision back in your heart after this convention? Like you just like me, or maybe like you just had a new like dream planted in your heart after this convention. Like, yes, that is my biggest takeaway is like I see it so clearly now. And it's been a minute for me. So I'm like so excited just to take this energy.
I shared it so perfectly too. Oh, such a but you guys shared it so perfectly too. Like I was watching it and I was like, I can't watch it. I can't watch.
Perfect, Ange. That's what I want to hear.
It was so good. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it all. But you guys, it's so good.
Oh,
It was
Well,
so good. We didn't even share everything. It was just so
We
much good.
we couldn't possibly. But Ange, you're there next year, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
Aw.
I'm bringing the kids for sure. And then Caleb said he wants to come, just depending on his work schedule. So
Love that.
we're gonna get me and the kids, and then if he can come, he'll come. And if not, so I kind of like whoever said they're like, can we get a kid-friendly house? I'm kind of like on that train as well, and like maybe a pool, because anybody that needs a people timeout, like my husband will need a people timeout, and he just wants to bring the kids back to the pool and just come to some things, and then
Love that.
It's a good idea.
Yes. And there's
I want to walk a new state because my kids have to see
You
us
were rocking the stage,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Right, we gotta walk new stages.
I'm going to record that Gary's recipe for success presentation and share it because that like it's just time. Like we just have to say it out loud, whether it scares us, work at it every day, right? Like the ukulele guy. I'm always going to have that ingrained in my brain for everything for the rest of my life. Like that was my favorite presentation. It just
Doesn't have to be perfect. It's good enough.
I love that. Good is good enough. That was Gary's message. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it out there. Good is good enough. And good is good enough. And it is good enough. We got this. Who's excited? Ah, let's go back. I miss it already. Yeah, it's like my bedtime again because I'm exhausted in
I
the
know.
best way.
I gotta go pack so we can leave tomorrow and come see you guys again and gather our children.
Yes. They're doing great, by the way. All right.
Okay.
I love you all. Sunshine, go to bed.
Yeah, good
Who
night,
here
guys.
is going to the farm? Are all like all you guys going to the farm?
In September?
Yeah, Jules.
Yeah, Darlene. Darlene, you're booked, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amber, maybe Sunshine, not this time. Cool. That's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun. Oh, I can't wait.
I was totally gonna go to that one, except for I got accepted to take Braylon to Ecuador. To go
I
to the
think that's, well, you're still going to the farm.
That's a farm.
a different farm.
Oh,
The
But-
farm
that's,
in Ecuador, that's awesome.
that's
Mhm.
life. That is life changing. Like, wow, I'm so jealous. I'm like, can I clone myself and be in two places? Aw.
You get to see your kids.
Yeah, I get to meet the kids, and like
Foundation.
starting this business for me was like starting it to like give my daughter a better life. Like that was when it was just Bray and I just wanted to have more money in the home. I wanted to like show her more of the world, travel with her, do all those things. And so when I got accepted to that, I was like, you can't say no to your dreams. You have to be like, yes. Right?
Yes.
Like
Yes. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so life changing for her to just see.
these
Just-
dose of-
I think every child from Canada and like America needs to go and just see that like there are kids that have nothing. They sleep on dirt floors and they're the most grateful humans you will ever meet. Like they just are filled with love and they don't have anything that the kids have that like in our countries. And it's just sometimes kids here, just they take everything for granted. So I think seeing that, it just like, it'll crack them wide open. I can't see how it wouldn't. I'm like, I need to take all my kids back. See how these other kids live and look at them. They're grateful. Aw. It's going to be the best. I might send you with a little present for my 2 kids.
Oh yeah, so I asked Michelle and I'm gonna find out what they want me to fill my suitcase with to take to Ecuador. So then I'll put out a thing if anybody wants to donate.
Yes.
And take it to the school.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let me know how I can contribute.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay, I gotta run. I
Okay.
love you all. Mwah.
Love you all. Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks for being
Bye.
here.